bring the crowns and heads of conquered kings to my city steps. You insult my queen. You threaten my people with slavery and death. Oh, I've chosen my words carefully, Persian. Perhaps you should have done the same. This is blasphemy. This is madness. This is
American Noise.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 9 of the American Noise podcast. I am your host, Tommy. I'm out of breath.
Yeah, that was you were moving there.
I was dancing to the intro.
They'll get to see that.
Gets me every time.
Someday if someone gets on the video editing.
Yeah, those are some sweet sounds of Brandon KO and myself.
Yeah,
and
I mean it's a lot of you.
It is.
Yeah.
Drums and the bass.
Yeah. Slapping the bass.
I'm here with a man who likes to have his cake and eat it too.
Every day.
Wilson.
Yep.
How you doing?
I'm amazing.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good week?
Yeah, it was good.
It's hot here, huh?
Nah, not bad at all.
Well, not where we're at right now because we're in the caves.
Yeah.
But
caves keep it cool.
Like California, it's kind of hot.
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah. So we're in a heat wave right now, which is 2 days, which is really nothing because we've had weeks.
That's what I don't get. They talk about it on the news this morning, like, oh, careful, don't go outside if you don't have to today. It's 105 out. Really? Last year by now we'd had like 29 days in a row over 100.
I remember that.
And
plus the fires.
Yeah, and all the fires. I don't get why they make a huge deal about it every year. Like this happens every year.
My daughter, Evelyn, she's with us now. She's kind of standing off to the side. She's kind of on camera a little bit. You might hear her chair squeaking a little bit. She was asking me, like, at which point do they say, don't go outside because it's too hot, stay indoors? Like, is it like 105?
I don't know. That means we shouldn't be outside today.
I like how they always say, don't go outside. I'm like, well, looks like I get the day off from work.
Yeah.
Nope, work's like, no, you're still coming in. Doesn't apply to you.
Unless you work for Amazon.
Man, I did that for maybe just a few weeks. Actually, no, I did it one time, but I was like employed for like 2 weeks. Just to get some extra cash. That's a hard job.
Oh, yeah? I thought they had robots that did everything.
Not yet. Oh, not that I know of.
Oh, you know what we haven't done?
What?
I mean, we didn't say that the third amigo isn't here.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Handy's not here.
There you go.
Oh, Handy.
Yeah. We don't want to wait till like the third segment to say, "Oh, he's not here again," like we did the last
2 episodes
time.
ago.
Yeah.
Well, it's like he's always here. We have this life-size cutout of him, and we put it in the corner. That's a lie. We don't really have that. He's actually doing his community service project now. That was one of his Bell requirements.
Trying to cut his sentence a little bit.
And he's servicing the forest areas.
Yeah,
I assume.
He's out in the forest. He's probably like helping out with like fire prevention.
Fire prevention.
Yeah.
He might even be staying there overnight.
Yeah.
Sleeping in a tent.
In a tent. Yeah. That kind of thing.
I mean, half of California is sleeping in tents right now, right?
He might have some s'mores tonight too. Who knows?
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
he deserves it.
He does.
He was saying they didn't give him s'mores in the Clark County jail, so he was pretty bummed about it.
Yeah, but here in California, it's Kush.
Yeah, well, Kush.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a name of some sort of marijuana cigarette?
Oh, maybe.
I wouldn't know. I don't partake in the devil's lettuce. So we are down a soldier.
Kind of. Only for a little bit.
Only for a little bit. We have a guest who's going to be showing up here shortly. He is a man of all seasons.
Yeah.
Former coworker.
Yep.
All around good dude.
Yeah. Pretty much a hero too.
And he's a handsome son of a gun.
Yeah, he is.
pretty much all of our guests are handsome. I mean, I feel like the handsome level gets raised in here when.
I mean, now we have video, so
yeah,
get those extra views.
But he's taken.
Oh, he is.
He is taken.
Yeah.
So, and hopefully he has a review tonight too, because he went and saw the new Lion King movie.
He did.
So it'd be kind of cool to get a review from that.
I think people are like half and half on those movies.
See, like the last one that I saw that was the Jungle Book. I thought it was pretty good, but at the same time, like, man, can't they just come up with an original movie?
Yeah.
I'm so tired of like the same old thing. Like, oh no,
but I feel like when they come up with their original movies, they do really good. Like, like Frozen.
Yeah.
Like that was a huge hit.
Like Brave was good.
Brave was good.
Frozen was good.
Tangled.
I even really love like the Wreck-It Ralphs, dude.
Oh yeah, Wreck-It Ralph was good.
I think then you come out with something like Ready Player One.
That was Disney.
Oh, sorry, I'm not specifically talking about Disney. Were those all Disney? Those were all Disney, were they?
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph was Disney?
I think. Oh, maybe they were. Like,
I can't remember.
I don't know.
But like Ready Player One, I mean that's a good movie. I mean it has all the stuff in it. I'm all and the storyline. I'm all okay. That's pretty original. That's pretty good.
Was it a book first, or did the book come out after the movie?
Book first.
Oh, okay.
Like it was funny because I was talking to my wife the other day. There's a movie called Happy Death Day.
Yeah,
and
I've watched that one and the second one. I think there's a third one out now.
I'm not sure, but the cover of the original movie was, I believe, like a birthday cake and said Happy Death Day.
Yeah.
Then the second one had the little character, the little baby face character from holding a birthday cake and said Happy Death Day to you. Then there was this movie that came out. Like I'm not sure if you've ever been to like Redbox, and Redbox has like sometimes they have like these really weird, like aftermarket B movies that'll come out around the same time as the original movie. Well, so like I remember it was like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
That was a great.
It was
movie.
in the movie theater, and then also Netflix or Redbox had one that said Abraham Lincoln Werewolf Hunter.
Yeah,
they were copying it. So this Happy Death Day movie came out, and it's on Amazon Prime. And it's literally the same cover, a girl holding a cake, and it just says Death Day.
Oh, really?
It looks identical to the other movie. And then if you look at the synopsis, it literally says right on there, this girl, whatever, dies, and then she comes back to life again and relives the same day. Well, it's the same
exact movie.
I'm like, it was weird. Huh. Sorry, I got something in my throat. I'm passionate about this. I was crying. but yeah, dude. Want to give a shout out to our boy Santana.
Oh yeah.
It's his birthday.
Happy birthday to you. I think he's not Death Day.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of birthday.
Oh, you missed it.
A good segue. You took that one from me. Wilson 1, Tommy 0. Yeah, I think Santana's turning 21, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, he looks 21.
I was going to go with like 43.
That's me.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I talked to him a little bit this morning. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give you a birthday shout out tonight. You deserve it. When I came back to, we've already said it, Loomis, after I left my job, he was my partner for a while. We were in Vacaville. And he, I'm not sure if I talked about it on the podcast, but we would listen to like gangster rap while we're in the car and we're driving, and we get to the stop, and he's like, "Oh man, you should wear a do-rag when you go in." I'm all right. So I wear a do-rag, and then I put in like this, like in bubblegum they have like the metal or like metallic looking wrappers.
Yeah.
I put that in my mouth to make it look like I had a grill. And I'd walk in, I'd be his guard. I'm like, "What's up?" With my do-rag down there in Vacaville. Such a good time. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of what we were going to talk about because we're down Handy. When Handy's not here, it's really
it messes with you.
It messes with me.
Yeah,
because he's like in my right, so I could like talk this way than to you.
Yeah,
but now I have my daughter over here, and she's like a typical teenager. She's on her phone.
Yeah.
So if I want to talk to her, she'll just text me.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Also, I get like an emoji. It's like, "Hi," a little mermaid or something. So, But before we get into the good stuff, did you hear about the In-N-Out conspiracy that happened this week?
Conspiracy.
Oh, yeah.
I love conspiracies.
Yeah, this is good. So basically, someone was walking on a street in New York, and they come across a double-double, and its wrapper entirely good sitting in the middle of the street.
So In-N-Out's expanding to New York.
No, it's not.
What?
Yeah, they're taking pictures of it. It's like this anomaly where they're like, how can this be? How can this travel here? So they ended up getting to the bottom of it, and it's kind of what I thought it was going to be. Well, apparently, I think this girl from San Diego was traveling back home to New York, and so she bought like 5 double-doubles to last her on the plane. And when she got to New York, she still had some in her backpack, and she was late for like her bus to get back home. Her bag was open and it fell on the ground.
Oh.
I thought it was funny. I was like, I mean, it made the news.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's kind of cool seeing some funny, random things in the news. I mean, especially now that, you know, the whole Area 51 thing, you know.
The aliens put it there.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I think my daughter said that. I think
But if the aliens could put it there, why wouldn't they leave Area 51? You'd think if they could do that.
Well, you know what's funny? We actually...
Maybe they like it there.
Evelyn, get on the mic. Okay, so we were looking at the Google Maps, right?
Yes.
And remember, we zoomed in on it. What restaurant was in the middle of... They had a restaurant, like, you know, you Google Maps and you zoom in, it'll say Safeway or whatever. What restaurant was in the middle of it?
It was Del Taco, I
There's
believe, yeah.
I don't know if it's real. But
Don't they show that on that movie with, what's his name, the British dude, where he meets the alien?
Wow, you're really narrowing it down.
Dang it, Simon Pegg.
Oh. I've never seen that one, but I know what you're talking
I
about.
feel like they stopped there or something, or they drive by it.
But maybe it was in the movie or something, the Del Taco, I don't know. And so someone thought it'd be funny to like pinpoint a Del Taco in the middle of the base. Because I've been to military bases before, like at Beale, and there's a Burger King there. You know? So it's not abnormal.
Yeah.
Because, you know, half the time you can't, I mean, most military bases, I think, like, you live there. It's like its own little town.
Yeah.
But, you know, I figured the aliens would just put their own In-N-Out there if they could.
Yeah.
The aliens are probably getting
If
Del
they were
Taco.
smart.
Yeah. Well, that means they're not intelligent life if they're getting Del Taco.
Yeah.
Don't get Del Taco. The aliens are probably making the food.
Yeah. Well, what if aliens came down here? Well, illegal aliens make the best tacos. But no, for reals though. But what if real aliens made better tacos than illegal aliens? Mind blown.
Well, real aliens would be like the ultimate alien.
What would the name be? It'd be like alien. Okay, you know how it's like Starbucks coffee, best coffee in the world. What if it's like alien tacos, best tacos in the universe?
The galaxy.
Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go big or go home.
Yeah.
You know. So. Yeah.
That's that.
Huh?
I just said that's that.
That's that. No, well, I mean, it's what needs to be talked about. I mean, it's serious business. I mean,
We talk about the real issues.
Yes.
what if they put the aliens put an In-N-Out burger in Area 51, and then they go back to their leader and they go, "Why'd you do that?" And they go, "Because the cost, consistency, and quality
Yeah.
is all there."
And they're like, okay, I see what you're talking about now.
Absolutely.
We need more In-N-Outs because it's a really big area that we have here at 51.
Yeah, or S4, wherever they call it.
Yeah.
Me and Evelyn watched the Area 51 movie this morning.
I look kind of small. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
it's a big base.
Yeah, but also fake set. So.
You know what the aliens would do if they were smart is like open up a brewery on the base there.
A brewery?
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of breweries.
Breweries? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, we still got to get to the old beer segment here.
Oh, let's do it.
All right.
All right. Well, our guest showed up.
Yep, he's here.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Wait, no, that was the last guest.
Not a legend or a myth, just a man.
Just a man.
Just a
A
man.
manly man with the stash that makes Handy's picture look really bad.
It does.
I even bought a comb for it today. so I can maintain it.
There you go.
Big things are coming.
Are you gonna twist it up there on the ends?
The Raleigh fingers.
Yeah, a few more weeks.
Just a few weeks.
We'll be there.
That would take me like 17 years.
That would take you more like 21 years, Josh Wilson.
So this is our buddy David,
Yep.
the unofficial guest today. We'll have him on a later episode to talk more about his dealings in the world and everything, what he does for a living.
It'll be a good one.
He's practically a stuntman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
For The Rock.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Total.
Kid
lookalike.
Rock, but we're not going to go there. He was Kid Rock, stuntman, and Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so we got some beers today.
Yeah, courtesy of Mr. David here.
Yeah. And David's drinking our last O Soli.
Oh yeah, what do you think of that first?
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one, huh?
It is a good one.
I like
I'm
it. It's
glad
probably,
you guys saved one just for me.
I did.
That's what I tell myself at
said at
least.
some point David's gonna be here. He will drink this.
Yeah. I'm glad we're able to. I mean, shoot, I had 8 of those, right? Is that what I got? 8 of them?
Yep, that's the last one.
And then what are you drinking, Wilson?
This is by Lead Dog Brewing, which is out of, where's this one?
Was it Reno? Is that the one
Is
from
that
Reno?
the Reno one? Where does it say it?
Somewhere on the can.
Keep turning.
Oh
the
yeah,
can.
yeah, it's there. It's in tiny print. Reno, Nevada. This is called the Dankster, and it's got like a gangster guy with a couple guns on it, smoking a cigarette. Looks
So it's
pretty cool.
So it's illegal in California.
Yeah, this is a ghost can,
Yeah. Is it?
but this is a double IPA, so it's been to India twice.
Well, while you're tasting that, this beer episode is brought to you by MSR Arms, our good old sponsor.
Yeah.
Speaking of guns, speaking of
guns,
you know,
missed that segue.
I got it.
Yeah, at the end. It would
No,
have been cool to
I
be
said
like,
it first.
Oh, speaking of guns.
Whatever. I still segued it in there. But
Yeah.
but his guns are cooler, or his gun parts are cooler than what's on that can. That I could reassure.
Yeah, they are, definitely. This is good. Columbus hops and Mosaic hops.
I don't even know what that means.
That's the type of hops they use to brew.
I just thought there was like one type of hop.
No, there's a
It's not
ton of
hoppy.
different ones. Huh?
Is it hoppy?
It's not that hoppy compared to most, like you would think an IPA is. It's not.
Is it smooth?
Mm-hmm. Almost kind of creamy. Yeah. I like it a lot. Have you had this one before?
No, I have not. I bought it
Oh.
just for you.
You want to try it?
Oh,
Oh, this
I'd be delighted.
This is cute. This is so sweet right
I'll
now.
share.
Like a man.
Yeah, that's a man's beer.
Yeah. I like it.
So it's
That's a
not a
good one.
Coors
Oh.
Light.
Yeah, don't drink too many of these though. This one's 8.8% alcohol. That's quite high.
And just a single IPA?
Huh?
Just a one IPA?
No, this is a double.
Ooh, been to India twice.
We just said that.
One
We
more
just said that.
one more time than Evan.
I forgot about that. Do you know Evan's been to India?
No, I
or
have
somewhere?
not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
India.
apparently
right?
he speaks Punjabi.
He does.
Well, he never told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't tell us that either. He's holding out.
Yeah.
What if he's like a spy at Area 51?
What if he's a person that's really behind the Facebook post?
The In-N-Out Burger?
No.
Oh,
The Area 51
The storming
one.
Area 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably him. He'll let us know
Yeah.
if he is or not.
That's a good one though. Good pick.
Thank you.
All right, now
All right.
What am I doing?
It just smelled weird to me. I think it's
That's a
'cause-
start.
But the name is cool. I bought it for the name.
Okay, I'm going to smell it.
Take a little whiff of that.
Smells like chocolate.
Does it?
A little bit. I'm going to take a drink.
I know what it was made out of, or like the flavor that it's supposed to be. So I smell that in it, and it smelled a little weird to me.
Butterscotch.
No.
I'll try it.
Yeah, try it. Glug, 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 glug.
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
I'm horrible at this game.
Nothing?
I don't know what that is. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Better than
Does it
last
taste?
week.
Does it? What was last week?
What was last week?
That was his favorite so far.
Apple. Oh no.
No. Oh, the
Oh.
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
Oh, dude. No.
See, I do listen.
Lemonade was really good. And that flavor, what was it, taste you could stand in line for?
Yeah.
Oh my
Get
gosh.
hammered and sickled.
Oh, dude. Welcome to the party. Yeah, that was. And as funny as later on that week, I sent Wilson a picture of it at Nugget. I go, oh, memories. It seems like yesterday we're just talking about this. You mean to take the cover off?
Does that taste like anything you've had before?
I don't know. Let me taste it again.
'Cause, I mean, it should. I mean, from the name, it has an added flavor in it. Nothing?
No.
Okay, take the cover off.
I mean, after you said that, maybe something with bacon, but
No.
Dude, I can't take this thing out.
There you go.
Oh, that's a horrible name of a beer.
I know, isn't that funny?
Oh, see, okay.
Now you know, right?
It is a premium sugarcane soda swamp pop.
Swamp Pop.
Praline cream soda. See, I hate pralines, but I don't taste pralines in this.
Really, I can smell it
Yeah, well,
now that you smell
now
it.
that I smell it, yeah. I'm horrible at this game. Does it say anything about like not standing in line for anything?
I made sure that it had blackberries. That's what
Thank
it said,
you,
right?
thank you.
Okay.
Made with pure Louisiana cane sugar. It's a lie. Yeah, no, it's not bad. It's not gonna beat the lemonade. That's for sure.
I don't know if anything will beat the lemonade. What do you rate that one? 1 to 10.
Well, gosh dang it, it's hard because
Remember,
I hate
one is corn.
Yeah, dude, that was the worst thing I've
Actually,
ever
I think
had.
that one was a 0.5.
It was 0.5.
Yeah.
And strictly on just the artwork with Lester's fixins.
Yeah.
This one will be a 4, I think.
4?
Yeah. So,
4 out of 10 on that one. I
and
still got a couple more that I think you'll like.
yeah, and I'm scared to death because, like I said, I go in grocery stores all the time, not because I'm hungry and all that.
Well, we
but-
still haven't resorted to the internet to get them. So
Oh man, I know Handy said something. Like, oh, I found some stuff in China.
Oh,
I'm like, oh,
yeah.
lucky me.
yeah.
And then, but I've seen some stuff at the stores, like stuff like at Nugget and Bel Air and stuff. They're like, those all sound good.
Yeah.
But then I've gone to like Bev Momo. No, like they have some in there that literally like swamp water, and it's like, let's just throw whatever we want in there.
Yeah.
It's like the hot dog of soda. So what I get that one a 4,
4, yep.
and yours is called Original Gangster. What was it called?
No, the Dankster.
the
Dankster.
That was your nickname in high school, wasn't it?
That's why he's a gangster on that cover.
Yeah.
I remember yours is
It's
out
like
of
The Mask.
Oh, I love that
does.
movie.
It really does.
See?
Wait, let me see.
With just no green face.
Oh yeah, PARTY because I gotta. Remember your scores out of 5.
Oh, yeah. I'd give this one probably, I'd give it a 4.
It's pretty high.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Uh-huh.
I like it. It's different than most IPAs because you'd assume it's like super hoppy and everything.
Yeah.
This one's not, but it's still good.
What would you give it, David?
I'd give it probably a 4 as well.
I think.
Unfortunately, our
consensus.
Sully's locked in because
Yep,
on
locked
the
in.
app, once we say the score, I don't know how to change it. Which is weird. The one beer drinker in here is the one in charge of the Untapped app.
I got it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I could do it too.
Yeah. You want to take charge of that?
No, that's
All right,
okay.
guess I'll do it.
You're the social media.
Oh,
Whoa, there's a jelly bean.
I got to do a jelly bean. Sorry.
I'll do the honors. Here you go.
Oh man, I'm gonna. This is how you do it, Handy. You not look. I don't know what color it is. I'm not gonna look.
Okay. That's not a good one, I don't think.
Delicious.
It's either your favorite one or the one you think tastes better.
That's sausage.
Oh, it is?
Oh.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like earthworm or dirt
Sausage
or
is
whatever
good.
the other
I
one
had
is.
that when I was
Well,
hanging out
sausage
one
is-
time.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Sausage, earthworm. They all look the same.
Yeah. For some people. Not me. Yeah, thanks for no ASMR on that one.
That's how you do it, Handy. I started chewing the mic and went, oop, nope, go away. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What?
we got to take in cost.
Oh.
Oh, that's kind of weird because
Yeah,
he
it's
bought it as
weird.
a 4-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't do costs on this one.
Yeah, we can't do cost.
Because it's weird because they're all different.
I mean, we could look up the cost, but that would take too long.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
No, we have serious stuff to
We
talk
have
about.
news to talk about.
News. And this will all be news to you because we kind of discussed a little bit.
Yeah, it is all news to me.
But you have no idea what we're going to talk about because you just got here.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're going to get down and dirty with you. So when you're going to the bathroom and you're
Yes.
wearing a duty belt, where do you put your belt?
Well, I personally would keep it. Are we talking about when I worked for Loomis Armored?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little sideshow because I did work for Loomis Armored.
Yeah.
So, coincidence.
It's
Just
the
a
glue that
big-
binds us together.
Big
It
happy
is.
family over here.
I was with Handy. I would keep it in the truck, or I was the weirdo. I would just drop it down to my ankles and it'd be sitting there at all times with me. Oh man. Yeah, because then I can't leave it because
See, that-
it's connected to my pants. So
See,
I know.
when I was listening back, I'm like, Handy left it in the truck?
Yeah.
That seems weird to me. Like, I would never do that.
Well, I only did on a few in the nicer areas, I would say.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
Rocklands of California.
Oh, right. Not the Oaklands
No.
or the Rio Lindas of the world.
Yeah.
So
Don't do that.
But that was just an icebreaker question for you. The real question is boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Attaboy. So,
What about boxer briefs?
well, that's what I do.
Okay, that's what I do too.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I do too. Especially with my new job.
What
I have to
yeah.
go boxer briefs.
What was that Seinfeld? He's all, my boys need to breathe.
I don't know.
That's a cue for the crickets, I guess.
Oh, there we go. That was great.
Oh, man.
Speaking of the boys, I was on Facebook earlier scrolling through, and they make a new boxer brief where you can put ice packs for your boys.
What?
Yes.
That's good for you.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
How long will those ice packs last, though?
I don't know. If it's tomorrow, probably like 5 minutes. Or today.
Well, I remember
On a good day, maybe 20 minutes.
Wilson and I were talking back when we, worked at Loomis. We were going to get the Cool Cops. It was
yeah.
It was that tube that hooks to your AC unit and it hooks to your vest and it blows cold air down you.
One of the people I worked with had one, and he used it. It works.
Because I remember Wilson and I would go into it was funny because in that movie End of Watch, they both walk into a mini mart and they open the cooler door and they hold their vests open. I remember doing that.
Yeah, we did that all the
With
time.
pull our vests open, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like the Loomis cool stance is when you're standing with your hands in your vest and you hold it
Yeah.
down.
I ended up getting a tack vent. Have you ever seen those?
No.
It's like a weird, like wavy, like rubber material that goes in between your shirt and your vest. It attaches
Oh, you
to your
told
vest.
me about this.
Dude, it's a lifesaver.
Maybe that's what that security guard was wearing.
Was
on
this
the
at
outside.
Loomis?
No. Huh?
You had this at Loomis?
Yeah. It was nice. It said it keeps it like 15 degrees cooler in between.
Wow.
And I think it wasn't lying.
People don't get how hot those things are.
Yeah, I definitely didn't wear mine enough. And Josh can probably tell you that because
Yeah.
he said David Lewis, he'd always get mad at me.
Oh, we all get mad.
Yeah.
Like I remember, it'd be like the cup check,
Yeah.
like in softball. But I would just walk up to Wilson and I just like, I mean, he always wore it, but I like punch him in the back. I'm like, all right, attaboy.
Yeah.
But half the guys we worked with didn't really need a vest
Yeah.
because they didn't make him that big. I'm not one to talk, but I mean back then I was much more stacked, if you will.
Yeah. You were a powerhouse back
I
then.
kind of was, dude, lifting all that coin, dude.
Yeah. Especially on our route.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yours too, but
yeah.
Yeah, your route had some coin.
yeah.
I know mine did. I had the state fair coin.
Oh.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
I hated the state fair during that time. Oh, and I had the casinos.
I didn't like the Niles Market. Oh, too soon. But
But like Cal Expo, like no, sorry, not Cal Expo, casino. I was like, last time I went to a casino, it doesn't deposit coin.
Yeah, they give you a little ticket.
Well, so where's all this stuff going?
Yeah.
So I didn't get it. But so, anyways, did you want to talk about the first topic right there, right underneath the word topic?
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about this or see the video at all?
what video?
Some officers, New York City, right?
Oh,
NYPD?
they poured water on them
Yeah.
while on duty.
Yeah, and
Yes.
and they ended up leaving. The officers did, walking away because they were badly outnumbered. And now the latest update that I heard was those officers are getting reprimanded.
They did arrest some of the guys, but the chief of police said that the officers are being reprimanded as well.
for not doing anything, which I don't know if I agree with that because there was a lot of people there and they were already like agitated and kind of in like mob mode.
Right.
Like I'd probably walk away too. There's only so much you can do. Like
It was just the two of them, right?
I believe it was
At the
just the
time?
two of them.
Yeah.
Well, there was a separate video. I wonder. I think it was the same incident where it showed 2 cops detaining someone on a car, and you see them throwing water. And at one point, they literally throw like the bucket. The bucket hits the cop in the head. That's one video. Then a separate video shows
so I'm
2 cops
assuming
walking.
that's one of the people who got arrested.
Probably. Then the other video shows the 2 cops walking away, and then the guy's chasing him with water and pouring water off him. Then, like, different incident, like a month or so ago, I saw a video where it was like a bunch of like people, a huge crowd of people, bombarding like these 2 officers trying to get back in their car with like super soakers. You know, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm like, everyone's like, oh, they're just playing around. No, you're not. You're trying to be a jerk. And if you look at someone like Antifa, okay, that are doing those, what are they called, the cement milkshakes, and they're putting whatever you want in there. You know, they could throw urine on you and all that stuff. You know, it's like, who's to say that they're not pouring like some sort of like substance on these people? I don't know about you, but I don't like being touched.
Or like acid or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Someone else gave it to me. You know, everyone, it's been mixed. People, I mean, see, my view is like, should those cops have left?
I think I would have backed away and got a little more support.
But at the same time, the only part of that video I saw was them walk around the backs of that car, go to that business, and the video cuts out. I don't know what happens after that. Maybe they did stay and wait for backup.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, if people got arrested, then yes, at some point they came back.
Right.
So maybe that's what they did. And if that's what they did, those cops shouldn't have been reprimanded at all.
Yeah, and New York is just you know,
It's a great place.
You know, it's like I think Giuliani reprimanded De Blasio about the whole thing and said like, you know, like how can you like let this happen? You know, and it's just it frustrates me because these are the same type of people that are like, well, if we call the cops, they don't come out anyway because you do crap like this, you know. And with when it comes to like, I've seen other videos. One of our good friends, who's a cop, video of him surfaced the other day of him playing football with some local kids. Awesome. Yep. That's what they need to see. You know, and these people could be like, oh yeah, we were just playing with them. We were just playing with them.
Yeah, I don't think that video made the news.
No, it's not the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that video only made the local jurisdiction that he works for their Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why didn't go to, because it doesn't sell.
Yeah.
You know, and you're gonna have a lot more stories like this come out of people taunting.
Yeah, because they've seen that video now, so they're like, oh, what can we do next? How far can we go?
Yeah. Just pushing the button, you know, to just try to get underneath their skin just enough to cause a reaction, and then be like, oh, I can't believe you did it. Like the other day, I think I was telling you this story. I don't condone hitting a woman. Let's just start there, okay?
Yeah.
But this one woman, Antifa lady, I assume she was a woman, I gotta assume. She's sitting there like equal women's rights, whatever. She's like, you know, we need to be treated fairly, and she's like counteracting this protester. Well, Antifa likes to cause violence and hit people, so she starts like hitting this dude. He punches her. I'm like, I probably would have done the same.
Yeah, depends. Defending yourself is one thing.
Well, here's the thing. It was her and a crowd of her followers were like equally hitting him. And they were outnumbered like 15-2.
Okay.
It was him and his buddy.
So he was just defending himself.
So I'm like, yeah, I'd punch too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Send me to jail, but I'm punching too.
Yeah.
Now, if it's like just a one-on-one thing, no, I could walk away.
Yeah.
They literally pinned that dude in a corner in like a stairwell. Like he can't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's defense.
And then shortly after that is when PD showed up. I think it was Portland.
Ooh.
Which is another great place to live right now, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do we do? I mean, you can't arrest everybody,
No.
but you have to make an example out of some of them. Say, hey, this is not going to be tolerated. Or this is going to happen to you.
Yeah.
So, and I think that by them doing just the few arrests that they got out of that is a start.
Yeah. And there's other ways that law enforcement can go about it too. Like you said, with the guy playing football with the kids, like the community needs to see that like a lot. So if a department, like there's some departments that are busy all the time. They're just going call to call to call. But some of the like smaller departments, they have a little bit of downtime. Like go into the community, do something nice, like bring some food to some people or something like that you know they're having a hard time, or you know just go and talk with some people. I mean, even that, like they get the good interactions, it's going to keep them from doing the bad interactions.
I'm not sure if you were living in California when this is happening. Man, I was little. These police officers used to go around. They used to have it was like police baseball cards.
That's cool.
And so they would go in their community and like they would use it as like a collect all of them. And so you would actually get this. It's kind of a
Be like anytime you saw a law enforcement officer.
yeah. You go,
you'd be like,
here's my
"Hey."
card, collect them all.
Yeah.
And so at the end, like kids be like, you could see visually see how much these cops went out and interacted with the
In the
youth.
neighborhood, and they're out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that was cool. But then it got to a point where cops were pulling people over to give them like, hey, you were driving really, really good. I'm like, I'm not cool with that because cool. I appreciate it, but I got somewhere I got to be.
I do
Yeah.
remember hearing about that on the news. People are getting good tickets, getting pulled over.
I remember seeing one where they were pulling people over and giving them ice cream.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool, but to make that out of like a thing, I'm like, I got places I got to go.
Yeah, and I don't really agree with the whole pulling people over thing because, I mean, that's...
You do speed a lot.
Huh?
You do speed a lot.
Well, no, I don't mean like
No,
that.
I'm kidding.
I mean like the whole pulling somebody over when they're not doing something wrong.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's cool that they're giving, like, saying, hey, you did a good job, but like maybe like a DUI style checkpoint, like something like that would be all right, I guess. I don't know.
We had a thing in Davis the other day. I was driving by. I'm like, what is this, a DUI checkpoint in the middle of the day?
Never mind. They don't call them that anymore. They have to call them something else. I think it's like a license check or something, like driver's license
I am
checkpoint.
an undocumented driver. I
Documented.
lie. But no, they had like this DUI checkpoint type. It looked like a DUI checkpoint in the middle of Davis in the middle of the day. I'm like, the heck's this? And I pull up. It was a smog check.
Yep.
No,
For everybody or for...
No, they
just
random.
You have a
select.
CHP officer right there who'll just point to you and pull you over, and you do a smog check. Now, what if your smog's not due, and you fail?
See, the whole thing they're trying to get people away from is like the people that like mod their cars.
A lot
Like
of people do that too
they'll
these
put
days.
stuff on their cars that isn't legal, but then when they go to smog it, they'll swap it back out for
Yep.
the stock stuff and smog it.
So are they looking at cars that kind of would like?
No,
obviously-
it's supposed to be completely random. Like they'll pick like every 8th car or something like
So
that.
they'll pick a Civic, then they'll pick a random car, then they'll pick a Ford, and then they'll pick another
Yeah.
Civic, and then they'll pick this, and they'll pick
Yeah.
another Civic, and then
Yeah.
a Xterra, then Civic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's crazy. And then, did you have anything else you wanted to say, Wilson?
With that,
Yeah,
I don't think so. You do have another law enforcement type story.
I do.
Are you trying to find it right now?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird story, and maybe you could shed
It's
a.
kind of sad.
It's
too.
sad.
Oh yeah, I do have some info.
I would like
on
some
this.
input on this. I'm not sure where this is. Paulding County. I'm not sure. It doesn't sound like it's in California. Probably East Coast. What it was is there was a canine officer who got into like a foot chase with a suspect, and he didn't have to have his dog with him, so he's like going after the guy. And I believe it now, like they can unlock the door remotely with a thing, right?
Yeah, they should all have a button.
Okay, because I think in the past it was usually they would just open it, right? Or the window would drop.
You can do either. Some of them, the button is the window roll down.
Right. And so he's going after the suspect, and at the same time, another sheriff gets involved in the foot chase. Now there's 2 human deputies running after a suspect. the door never got unlocked. But what it was is somehow the dog, there was like a little space where it could squeeze through and through a window. And he squeezed through the door and got out. And the dog ran, and unbeknownst to the canine handler, the canine dog attacked the other deputy. Mm-hmm. And the deputy just had to shoot and kill the dog. Just a sad story all the way around. And, you know, I always thought that they had those bars, and there was like kind of like it is with when you have a suspect in the back, you can't get through. So, and I know that those canines they're fairly skinny and they're fit.
Yeah.
And they could practically squeeze through anything. That's why they are so good at their job. But, you know, and you were telling me a couple things off the air about.
Yeah. And that one, it could have been his button was for the window, and maybe he accidentally hit the window button.
Yeah.
And the like while he was running, and the dog jumped out then.
Yeah.
But with canines, I know from experience, because I was with a canine handler when I was in law enforcement. Whenever I was with him, he'd always tell me, hey, if something happens and I have to deploy my dog, don't say anything. Don't be yelling. Don't move. You know, let me handle everything, because the canine, that's something that'll trigger him. He'll think, oh, that's the bad guy that's yelling over there. When you're really yelling, like drop the knife or something like that to a suspect, he'll hear you yelling and he'll go after.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's probably what triggered that dog, because he saw the guy running.
It's just sad because, you know, like in my mind, you know, not knowing a whole lot about canines, I'd be like, well, he should have known because they're wearing the same uniform. But at the same time, that's not how they work.
No.
You know, it's just super, super sad. And it breaks my heart because we had a Placer County, the one that got shot not that long ago, actually ended up passing away. Forget the dog's name. They all kind of sound the same. They all have like those Greek god names.
It wasn't the one that was in Loomis, was it?
Yeah.
It was? He passed away?
I think so, yeah. It was that thing that happened over the off 65.
Yeah, it was close to, because he went to the
Loomis Basin.
Yeah, right down the street from me.
Yeah. And
because he pulled through after, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think don't quote me on this. I think it was something like he passed away from something else right after. It's like they found something and then he passed away. But it's really, really sad.
Well, because at the end of the day, it is their partner too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like you spend 90%. Well, for the handlers, you spend 100%.
and they
of
go
your
home
time.
with them.
Right.
So
They take them home.
And at the end of the career, they usually get to keep them, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also the training on those dogs, like how long is the training on them from birth, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're constantly training.
Right.
Like you're training every single day.
And then the handler goes.
Because I mean, if you stop training for a while, the dog will start to get like lackadaisical or even forget some things. I mean, but if like you have to be training all the time.
Now, so that dog's being trained from birth to a certain age, and then it goes to the academy with its handler at the same time, right? They're being trained together.
Yeah, usually it's like towards the end of the training when the dog's pretty much got everything down. They'll bring whoever the handler is going to be in, and he'll spend like 2 months straight.
And that's when the bonding happens.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Did they have to go through a separate academy for that? Whether it be a canine handler or
It's just like the 2 months training or something like that. You got to learn all the commands and everything too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of to get you acquainted to the dog. Really. I'm not sure what happens before you meet the dog. There's probably a lot more that you have to go into for that.
Yeah. I could imagine it'd be like in our old line of work, you have a partner you're used to working with, and then that person gets a different job or whatever, and then all of a sudden you get this new guy and you're like, who's this guy?
yeah.
I don't know him from anybody. Now you have to start all over again.
Yeah.
That just sucks. But cool. So we could get into our next topic. Yeah. So today's topic, kind of one special to me, and I believe special to all of us here in the room. We're going to talk about some dad stuff, because we're all dads here, right?
Yes.
As far as I know.
As far as you know?
As far as I know.
You know, I remember what it was. Well, I remember it was like not having a kid.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But then again, at the same time, I don't really remember because I'm so accustomed to this life that there's this new little person that's in my life now that I have to take care of other than myself. I think you have the oldest.
Technically, yes.
And then I have, they're about the same age practically.
Yeah.
And
Within
then
a year.
And then you also have the youngest.
I do.
I was going to say youngest, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
That title was taken away.
Yep.
Still in my Thunder
And
sticks.
you have one.
I have one. Yes.
And,
I have 4.
And you like to have fun.
Yeah.
And we have one.
Yeah.
And yours is a girl?
Yes, a girl.
Awesome. Girls are fun. They're honestly for me, I like Evelyn's my little buddy. It's kind of funny because I like to do like guy things with her, like go on roller coasters, and we'll go to like amusement parks, and I'll take her to like haunted houses.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, she likes her girly things. I don't do those with her.
Like
My wife does.
JoJo.
JoJo Siwa? Is it Siwa?
Yeah, no, I think. But
Yeah, no? Okay.
I don't stain her.
She's acting like she doesn't know, but she has the scrunchies from Target.
The scrunchie. What?
Is it scrunchy or scunchy?
It's a bow. I never bought them. They were always like $15 each.
Because I was going to the bathroom the other day.
At Target? Or at home?
No, this is at home.
Oh, okay.
And then what baffled me was I saw there was like this scrunchy thing. Dude, there's no R in scrunchy, the brand. It's scunchy. There's no R there. So why are we calling them scrunchy? Can any of the ladies who listen chime in at 916-259-3030 and let us know?
Was that brand around like before it was?
I don't know.
The
Name?
scrunchies?
Yeah. No,
It's been around
the
for a while.
scunchies or whatever.
Because it's like the SC, then the U has the 2 dots above it or something like that. I'm like,
Maybe the U with the 2 dots adds an R.
it's that well, that to me is like the whole sherbet thing.
Tomato. I mean,
Well, because I always thought it was like orange sherbet, but I've seen ice cream that doesn't have the R, so it says sherbet. Well, no, it's sherbet. Who
that's
doesn't know?
just the fancy one.
Is
that
it
you're looking
French?
at.
I don't know. I'm like, it weirds me
The
out.
French are weird.
Yeah, they are weird. Evelyn likes people from France.
Well, when it comes to hair, I can't even talk. So
You look French with your mustache.
Oui, oui.
Oui,
You
oui.
look like you should be a baker. Do you bake pretty good?
I can make some good chocolate chip cookies.
No, we're talking.
Someone told me if the
Why?
career I don't have now, if I open a bakery, they'd come and get cookies.
Only like in like the Little Italy district, or well, see, we just said France.
I am Italian, so it makes
there
sense.
we go. Like in like you look like you could be like the soup Nazi, like in
Yeah.
Soup
Seinfeld.
Nazi.
No soup for you. But like I know this is kind of like weird because like we're, you know, we've been dads for a while,
Yeah.
but like what was your relationship with your dad like, Wilson, growing up?
It was good.
Good.
Yeah. Hung out, did a lot of stuff together. Hunting, fishing, that kind of thing.
And that's what you remember is all the.
Yeah, and racetrack stuff because
I know he's big into that now.
he is. And he was back then too.
Still is, right?
Yeah.
And like local racing and then professional, like
Yeah.
going to like
Yeah.
the big races.
Well, not so much going anymore,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But you remember all those.
He still keeps track of like professional NASCAR and stuff like that.
So, and you remember all the trips and activities, not so much the gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't really remember any gifts.
See, that's the thing. I don't either. I remember I got, well, only because there was pictures of it, and I remember it being memory because my sister and I, that was the one Christmas where we told each other our gifts. and so I always remember those gifts because I think we got in a lot of trouble for that. So after that, my parents started numbering the gifts.
Oh,
So they knew what was what. And so I could hold up present number 3, but it may not even be mine.
oh.
So they're a lot smarter than I am. What about you, David?
With my dad,
Yeah.
it was good. Had a lot of tough love because he coached me in all my sports too.
There you go.
But other than that, it was good. I mean, I raised up in a military family, so he was pretty strict, but obviously it helped me become the man I am today.
Yeah.
So
That's a great man.
it is a great man.
Yeah. I think we need more of that.
I think that's why my mustache is so awesome too.
Probably.
I think so too. He grew that mustache.
He did.
I remember when I was playing Little League, I struck out. I got mad, and I started yelling at the ump. Dude, I was like 8, trying to flex my muscle on an ump. I called the ump stupid. I got kicked out of the game. He did the full-on, "You're out of here" type thing. Then my dad, who was my coach, comes out there, starts yelling at the umpire. Like all the times that my dad and I both got kicked out of the game. I'm like, I will always remember this.
That's a memory.
Yeah. I'm like, my dad came to my aid. Even though I was in the wrong.
That's where it came from during that softball game that we played together.
Was David with us?
I think so.
What?
Did you ever play on the company team?
No.
Oh.
Everyone told me stories, but
I know
didn't
Montano
play.
did.
Montano.
Santana did.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of all the guys that went to fire. Well,
I do.
No, I don't think you did.
No, but I do remember. Forget the person I was on me before Route 4. He got super mad one time in Alpha, and I guess kicked the ball to the fence.
Yep.
Made it worse. Wes, was that his name? Something like that. But anyways.
Yeah. Man, I want to forget about that game. That was horrible.
But Paul told me lots of stories. I do remember that.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool like having someone have your back. I remember one time with Evelyn, she was little, and there was like these kids outside that took her little scooter, little punk kids. And because when we first moved into this apartment complex, I was like, go out, make friends, have fun. And there's nothing worse than seeing your child fail at something. Not so much fail, but get rejected.
Yeah.
So I watched my daughter, who's super, super sweet, walk up to these kids and want to play. And the kids just walk away. I'm like, oh, God, my heart. Oh, it sucks so bad. I'll be your buddy. I'll hang out with you. And so then I see her outside eventually playing. I'm like, oh, cool. She's making friends. Yay. And then I see that the kids, this is the body language, are like taking her little razor scooter. I'm like, oh no, no, I'm not down for this. So I walk around the corner, and I'm kind of sneaking up around the bushes area. And
you threw a stick.
Oh no, I punched him in the face.
Oh, okay.
No, I remember my daughter. She's just like, it was the moment like that I used when it was like full circle. She's all, I'm gonna get my dad like that, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta do this. Well, I was just seeing if she can handle it on her own. And then finally the kids all go get your dad. Then I'm right here. And then the look on their face, like they needed new Huggies, dude. They're like, oh my gosh. And so I go, what's the problem over here? And they go, nothing. We're just looking at her scooter, and they gave it back to her without saying anything. And I go, well, it's a good thing you did. My kid knows karate. Like that. And Evelyn's just like, Daddy, I'm gonna shut up. Like that. And also as we're walking away, I hear that one of the kids goes, she knows karate? like that. I told her, Mom, man, you just gotta act like it. Sometimes I'll just leave you alone. But like, bullying and stuff, I don't stand, especially when it's with my kid. I've seen like adults bully her before.
Speaking of bullying,
Handy's not here.
No, we got a pretty good story about that, and kind of the whole I'll get my dad thing too.
Which one's this?
I don't know if we talked about it yet.
I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to.
This is back when we went to a Giants game together.
Was this when I streaked?
Yeah.
We talked about this first
We
episode.
talked about it? Okay.
Yeah, well, when I supposedly streaked, when your dad said he's going to beat when our dads were arguing because your dad called me a moron.
Yep.
Which I admit, if I really did do that, I would be a moron.
And that's what he said.
Yeah, he didn't I'm actually going to ask him. He's going to be our next guest.
He is.
And I'm going to ask him if he still thinks I'm a moron. And you're going to hear it here first at the end.
Then we'll really know at the end of it.
At the end of the podcast. Your dad's a great dude. I'm not trying to butter him up, but he is a great dude. If he thinks I'm a moron still, I don't care.
We should start a tally on the board, and we'll see at the end of it.
Yeah. Who thinks that Don thinks that Tommy's still a moron?
Yeah.
Check. The question wasn't who all thinks I'm a moron. Is all So when you were first found out you were being a dad, what went through your mind?
Well, it's kind of a weird situation for me because I'm married into being a dad. So, and I knew him before we got married pretty well. So, I mean, it was just a
So you're already well adjusted into that.
A little bit, yeah. I got kind of like a taste of it first, and then, I mean,
well, what was it like when you first found out when your wife said, "Hey, we're pregnant. We're gonna have a baby"?
she never said we're pregnant.
She didn't.
No, she said I'm pregnant.
Usually they say where. I don't know.
No,
I
cannot.
leave it to this guy over here to be
Cannot
politically correct.
birth
Yeah.
a child.
You can't.
No,
I mean, you could.
no,
But
no.
that's a different topic for a different day.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit of it goes through your mind. Like my big thing was like, I met my son when he was 2-ish, and like he was walking and stuff,
Yeah.
not so breakable. I always felt like little babies really like delicate,
Right.
and I felt like I'd break them.
Right.
So I mean, I was kind of nervous about that aspect of it. But I mean, I kind of felt like I'd already been through some of it, so I got a good handle on it. But yeah, I guess I was a little nervous in the beginning.
Yeah. What about you, David?
Probably the same thing. I was excited. I've always been good with kids. I have a lot of buddies whose daughters and sons I've been kind of like a father figure or uncle or whatever you want to call it. But
Uncle D-Lew.
yeah, Uncle D-Lew. But I was excited. I was nervous at the same time because obviously now it's a different chapter in your life. And so I first found out, actually I was finishing up my EMT class, and Katie had called me and left a voicemail, and I listened to it. And at first you're like, oh, this is actually happening. But I was excited. And looking back on it, it's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Don't get mad, Katie, you do, but
Oh,
if she hears that, she'll get mad at me. But
yeah.
no, it's a good thing. I wouldn't change it. It was a little different mindset having a girl than a boy, which is a funny
Yeah.
story about that too.
I got one
But,
for that too as well.
Yeah,
You were
Yeah.
wanting a boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
But the whole reveal thing is a funny story too. So
Oh.
thought I was having a boy, and then
Are you the person who shot the tannerite and started the forest fire?
oh, yes, I am. I was bored.
He just wanted some overtime.
Just needed some overtime.
Yeah, I know. Like, I remember my wife. I can't remember if I was getting ready to go to work or if it was in the morning or late at night. I can't remember. And she came out, and she first she said, she goes, "Oh, I think I might be pregnant, whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, well, we'll do the test and find out." And so she went and she got like these like gifts or whatever, like little baby gifts. She goes, "So if I am, I got a gift for you, but if not, then I just won't give it to you." Or it was something along those lines. She'll probably correct me, and I'll probably get in trouble. But
Won't we all?
But she goes, "I'm gonna go check right now." I'm like, "All right." I remember being in this. I do remember. I remember being in the kitchen. I'm like thinking, oh, it'll be kind of cool, because we were only married for like a year. So I'm like, it'll be kind of cool, just little rugrat running around. We have a dog, so we
How hard could it
we
be?
Definitely
It's
do
almost
this.
the same thing.
We could definitely do this. And then all of a sudden, I hear the door open and I hear a bag rattling, and I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to throw up. I was scared, so scared. I was like, oh no! And she gave it to me. We cried, we laughed, and everything. I'm like, oh well. And so,
You cried.
dude, I cry all the time. I'm not gonna lie.
She told you when you were watching Field of Dreams, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, then it's okay.
Or
It's
Armageddon.
definitely okay.
Or Armageddon.
Oh yeah,
It's okay. If you ask my daughter, boys don't cry, is what she tells me.
yep.
Yeah.
Daddy, only girls cry.
Yeah.
I said exactly.
Well, thanks, Dave. Thanks.
No
Well,
pun intended.
Well, you heard about Wilson's little incident, and you heard that
Yes.
I was bawling.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, Handy, something happened to Wilson. But it's because I care, I can show my feelings, whatever. I don't suppress them. We need to have a talk.
Okay.
Well, then,
You need the Crybaby Club.
oh yeah, Toy Stallion. But then I remember when we went to do the gender, not the reveal, but like we wanted to find out what the gender was. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted a boy. And my daughter's looking around, I'm like, what? I wanted a boy because I'm the only male child left in my family. And then the first thing that I thought of was I was going to fail my dad. Because I'm like, oh, I got to pass this name on. And I'm like, we found out it was a girl, and everyone in the room went, yeah. And I just went, Well, I like that.
You pulled like your brother-in-law. Oh no.
No. Yeah. But I was just like, oh man. And then all of a sudden, like, I called my dad and I told him, and I go, because that's more what I was dreading. I mean, in reality, I didn't care if it was a boy or girl. I wanted to pass on my family name.
Yeah.
And then I told my dad, he's all, is it a boy or a girl? I'm all, it's gonna be a girl. He goes, okay. He goes, awesome. I'm like, what? I was going to be like, oh, man, wish it was a boy. But he's all, no, man. He's all, congratulations. Well, thanks, Dad. And then now I have this little punk right next to me.
So you just called him and told him?
Well, did they live in Oklahoma at the time? I think they lived in Oklahoma at the time, so I had to. I couldn't write him. I'm not going to write a letter.
See, we kind of got creative when
Made me look bad. Go ahead.
When we told my parents, I think that, let's see. One time I know for sure I sent my parents a picture of like a roll inside the oven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bun in the oven?
Yeah. I can't remember I know another one that we did. It was like, hey, we're going to send you some pictures. I think this might have been the last one. And we mailed them to them because they were, was it this time? No, they would have been here for this must have been the second one. We mailed them pictures, or maybe they were here and we handed them pictures or something like that, and they were going through them. And one of them was like the ultrasound picture. And they're like, oh, is this so-and-so? That's cool. Like the child before.
They thought it was yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, there's a date on there.
Oh, they didn't look at it.
No. Yeah.
Right over their head.
Yeah, way over their head.
Yeah, I look back at things like that. Like our gender reveal was actually awesome. I had a hat that said Daddy in Training. I still have it. It says Daddy in Training. And then Steph wore a shirt that had a positive pregnancy test on it. And there was a family gathering at her aunt's house where everyone was at. We didn't tell anybody. We just showed up.
And with that stuff on.
And nobody was saying anything. We just kept walking around. And then finally, I think Steph's aunt saw it. And we videotaped it, and she was crying, screaming. Then everyone found out. Everyone's high-fiving Steph. I'm in the background like, I had something to do with this. Well, and so, it was really cool. And I don't know, for me, like, it's something I'm pretty open about. Like, I didn't graduate high school when I was supposed to in 99. I kind of
fail.
Yeah. But when we found out that we were going to have our daughter, I'm like, you know what? I need to step it up. I need to go back and I need to get my diploma. So then I get there. I'm like, well, how long does it take me to get my GED? They're all, like 2 weeks. I'm like, what about my diploma? They're all, like 8 months. I'm all, but during that time, I was trying to get into law enforcement. I'm like, man, they're kind of the same thing. You both passed high school, but one does look better.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll get my diploma. So I spent like the first like half of Steph's pregnancy redoing some high school while she was pregnant, going through all that stuff, and then the birth, and then now having a newborn, and then I eventually graduated. So it changed me as a person. It definitely changed me.
Yeah, it put you in a different mindset.
Yeah.
Like, because you have someone other than yourself now.
Yeah.
Right.
To look after and take care of.
Yeah, like with the whole thing that happened to me recently, like at the time, like I said, I wasn't like scared or anything.
Yeah.
Anything like that. I was pretty much calm through the whole thing. But like sometimes like talking to people about it makes me think more about it. And I'm like, what if I didn't end up making it through all that? And
yeah.
Like, I don't know. It almost makes me get emotional, Tommy. That makes you feel better.
I told you that first time.
But he was watching Field of Dreams, so
it's always on in the background. It's on replay. But it's like the first time I saw you after that incident. I remember you and your wife were back here, on the back half of the cave.
Yep.
On the swing set, and I was in the front.
Sounding weird.
I was on the. I didn't say inside. I was parking and I was walking up. I saw your girls in the pool doing swimming, and I was like, hey, "What's up, guys? I'm gonna dive in." And seeing them so happy, I mean, that's the first thing that went through my mind. I was like, "Oh, dude, like this event that just happened could have taken a completely different turn."
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, those kids right there. I'm like, I'm sure you didn't tell them,
No.
Yeah. They have no idea about what could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And there's stories like that like
Well, Jason knows, but
right, because he's old enough to know.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's stories that have happened at where we worked that I don't tell anybody because I didn't want anybody to. Well, they know now because I didn't want them to worry when I was working there.
yeah.
Nothing as bad as you, but just close calls. So it puts you in a different mind frame. It definitely does. I can't do all the stupid stuff I used to do.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like, man, if I die, well, man, you know, got to get those life insurance policies up. So.
Yeah. I don't think I'd have it any differently though, thinking back on it.
Yeah.
I mean, even the last baby, she was kind of a little surprise, but
Yeah.
I mean, I still can't see it like life without her now.
Yeah. I do have a question for you though on that. What's up with all your kids with letter K?
See, the last one, we were trying not to stick with the K, and then we were like, nah, let's just keep going with it.
Is it just something that you just
So now
started?
the next one's gonna have a K too.
Yeah, the next one's
There
gonna be
will
K.
not be a
Are you-
next
Are
one.
you sure?
Yeah,
As
for sure.
as your wife knocks on the door to the cave, come in. She goes, surprise! I'm like, oh, you heard it here first, folks.
Here's your daddy in training hat.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the Papa Murphy's commercial with a group of friends, and Josh Wilson's gonna go. So it's not cheesy bread.
I've never seen that commercial.
You haven't seen that one?
Oh,
I don't watch regular TV, so I don't really see commercials.
It was like a group of friends, and they're staring at the cowboy pizza in the oven, and their friends are behind them.
we
Basically
have
trying
something in the oven
to, and he
too.
goes, "Is it cheesy bread? Because I know it's not the salad." And she's telling us that they're pregnant. There's a baby in the oven,
There you go.
so it's not cheesy bread.
Okay.
Not word for word, but around in a
Yeah.
nutshell.
Just people that are obsessed with pizza don't even care about babies.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she's turned out to be my little buddy though. Like, I could do all the fun guy things with her, and she'll tag along. And then she wants to go to an Iron Maiden concert. How cool is that?
I don't even want to go to an Iron Maiden concert.
She okay. And then on that note, do you have any funny stories about your kid?
There's lots of funny stories.
Some that you could share? Because I got two.
You got two.
Yeah.
Okay, you start us off then.
First one. This one's really funny. Because I forgot how old you were, but she was old enough to be in the cart at Walmart. Walmart is a grocery chain and
Really?
retail store. Not sure if you have one in your area where you live. There might be one in Brazil.
There could be.
There very well could be.
Yeah.
And so she's sitting in the car, and we're just having a good old day. You ever have those days where everything's going great, then all it takes is one thing, and your whole day gets derailed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was because she was being so darn cute, and she was tiny enough to be in the cart, but too big to where her legs were kind of long. And so she's sitting there, and I'm walking her. We're in the kids' clothing section, and she kicks me right in the balls as hard as she can. And we all know how that feels.
Yeah.
You feel like you're going to die. And I go to the ground, and I may or may not have dropped an F-bomb in the middle of the Walmart. No one would have known because apparently it's normal now. And I'm on the ground. I'm like, oh, my gosh. Like, my stomach's hurting. I feel it in my throat. My voice sounds like I'm on helium. And she's just sitting there, and I think she thought I was playing. And then, of course, my first thing to do is like kind of like lash out, like, don't do that. And then, now I have my wife yelling at me, don't yell at her. I'm like, you kicked me in the balls.
Yeah.
But it was just so funny because, like, I look back on it now. I'm like, ha, you got me, kid. You got me. But I get her back every now and then. I'll scare her every now and then. She'll be coming out of the bathroom. I'll hear her in there, like, doing her hair. And I'll just stand outside with my camera and just wait for her to open the door. And she doesn't know I'm home from work or anything. And right, she opens the door. She's like, like, freaks out. I'm like, gotcha.
That's for the kick.
Yeah. I'm not done yet. She has other stuff coming. I'm like toothpaste her eyes shut. It's possible. I got her.
Speaking of that, Jason one time super glued his eyes shut.
For
Did he
reals?
really?
Yeah, one eye.
How did that? How
On
they get
purpose or an accident?
He got a hold of some super glue.
Did he think it was like Visine, or was he just?
No, he was little.
How'd they get that unstuck?
I don't
Man, that's like my worst fear.
It's pretty intense.
You know, there may or may not have been times
I do have a funny story about Jason.
wanted to super glue her mouth shut, but
he's gonna get mad. I said,
go ahead. We love you, Jason.
But he was little, and like you get potty trained, right? So he's getting used to that, and he's just big enough to like be a little bit over the toilet rim, right? And we're in the living room, and he had a bad habit of just like grabbing the toilet lid and like letting go of it, to close it.
No.
Yep, that happened.
That is not good.
That happened to me. I broke the toilet seat. You know what I'm saying?
And the funny thing is it happened twice within like a week.
Oh, poor guy.
But then it never happened again.
Yeah,
so
it probably
hopefully
wasn't the
learn.
third time.
Well, you learn. You learn, man.
Yeah, it was like blood curdling scream.
Oh, I bet.
Speaking of potty stories, so
I love potty stories.
funny thing. So Katie's friends were over one time, and one of her girlfriends has two sons. Well, he goes outside because we're outside playing from the house just to go pee. Well, Brianna thinks she can do the same thing, so she just walks over and squats next to him and starts peeing. I'm like, "Oh, Brianna, what are you doing?" "Well, Brody did it, so I can do it too." And then she goes, "Oh, wait, he has a hole and I don't." I was like, "Oh my gosh."
That's the good thing about being a dude. We could just,
Yeah.
go wherever. We have a special bathroom here at the cave. Are you guys the type of dads that like to kind of like sort of embarrass your kids sometimes, or just like heckle them a little bit, kind of like jab at them?
Maybe
but still,
a little bit.
But still out of love, just because, you're like, hey, you
Yeah.
little rascal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I like to embarrass her.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, it's embarrassing me, but she's embarrassed because it's like, Daddy, don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine has. I think once our Brianna gets a little older, it'll be funnier. Right
Yeah.
now, she's at
Yeah.
that stage where
She doesn't really get it.
Yeah, she doesn't really get it.
Yeah, like I do this thing at church every Sunday. You guys familiar with Fortnite?
Yeah.
That's what all the kids play.
Yeah, at the beginning of the video, I do a little Fortnite dance. Well, my version of it, called Orange Justice.
Okay.
Did you see it? It's the main dance in Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I don't
I'll
do
just
that.
Go to YouTube, you can find it.
Oh, okay.
I'll just bust it out in the middle of like, not the service, but like around when there's a big group of kids, and I'll just bust it out. And I don't know where she is. I don't know where she's at. She's probably like on the other side, and somehow she has a sense like, oh no, Daddy's doing Orange Justice. She will run all the way to me. Stop it. Well, what? What's going on? But I do it because like when we went to Knott's Berry Farm last year, we really bonded in Knott's Berry Farm. It was a lot of fun, and we went to that Pirates Dinner adventure. Mm-hmm. And while we're there, at some point, they were jumping on this trampoline and they were playing that song Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo. I know you heard it because it's almost in every 80s movie. And we really liked that part of the show. So the whole ride home from Anaheim or Buena Park, we're listening to Oingo Boingo. And here I am just driving, like just dead tired. We're playing the song. And I look over at Evelyn and she's sitting down next to me and she's doing like the Orange Justice. You went for 20 minutes. Is that what your record was? Like 20 minutes, right? She goes, I want to see if I can do it the whole ride home. I'm all, let's not. So she's like, I'm just going to keep doing it. So she kept doing it, but it was so funny. Kid cracks me up, and she'll say some funny things like when my buddy Brandon came over for dinner one time. I go, hey, Brandon, I'm all, come on over. I'll provide some meat. You could provide some meat too. We'll just grill, And he's all, okay. He shows up. And he goes, oh, man, I forgot my wallet. Like that, one of those, that's happened to, a lot of people. It's never really happened to me. And then Evelyn goes, why are you here then? I'm like, wow, that was a burn. And then Brandon was like, his jaw just dropped. I'm like, dude, you got roasted by my daughter, dude. So was that your funny story? Your daughter going to the bathroom? You said you had many. I want to hear some more.
I'm trying to think now.
I love funny stories about kids.
I got a funny story about when I was a kid.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
I got funny stories too. Let's do that.
Okay, so my dad, you'll find out next week, but he's had a myriad of jobs. He was military, and then he got out of the military. He actually worked for Loomis for a while, and then he got into law enforcement, and then he went from law enforcement into the funeral home business. And but when he was in law enforcement, we lived out in the woods, kind of in Amador County, and he was able to bring his police car home, so it was always parked in the driveway. And my brother and I, for some reason, you know, you have an older brother, you can just do what he does, you know.
I don't.
Okay, well,
I have
do.
an older sister and a younger sister.
Okay, but I just do what he does, and I remember we'd like get on top of the police car, and we were pretty young too, and we'd like jump over the light bar on it, you know, that kind of thing. And then we get down off of it one time, and brother's like, I got to go to the bathroom, so he starts peeing on the police car, and I was like, okay, I'll do it too. Yep.
And that's when you became a Democrat.
Yeah.
I kid because I love.
Yeah.
That's funny. Did you ever know that you did that?
Yes.
You get in a lot of trouble?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I think so. I can't really remember that. I just remember doing it.
And now look at you.
I know.
You're like this, you know, stud.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't get in a whole lot of trouble as a kid.
I didn't either. I was the favorite child, just so everyone knows.
We were all through the favorite child. So if anybody asks.
I did get in a fight in high school that got me suspended and talked to by a deputy sheriff, and you had to go through a scared straight program and everything. That was the extent of my major trouble. But I remember being at one of my most embarrassing stories was remember when you were like in elementary school and you do like go to the roller rink, and it was couple skate time, and then for me I'm like, ooh, it's my time to shine. And I was cool because I'm like, you know what? I like rollerblades, but they were all out of rollerblades.
Oh no,
So
I hated when that happened.
Because for some reason I could turn in rollerblades. I cannot turn in roller skates.
I can't skate in roller skates.
I know. And so we were at Cal Skate in Florin or South Sac.
Yeah,
Is it still there?
I don't think it's still there, but there's still a King Skate out by my dad's house in Elk Grove on Franklin Boulevard, and I was kind of surprised. I was leaving there the other night, and there was
People still do that?
yeah, there was a full parking lot, and there's like people parked on the side street, and I'm like, I didn't even know this is still a thing.
Well, my thing is, dude, I'm an open book, and I'm not afraid to say it. I was a huge New Kids on the Block fan, and I'm like, I watched the DJ. Yo, DJ, can you play some Hanging Tough by New Kids? He's like, for sure, man, for sure. You know, then he does his little thing, and I'm sitting there. I thought it was so cool. I was one of the guys that like I would like put my hands behind my back and do the little crossover thing, like that. I was trying.
You probably had like the afro.
No,
going.
well, I had afro when I was a kid because my hair was crazy. Now I'm bald, but I'm sitting there and it's couple skate time, and I was young. I was little. I think I was maybe 12, 11 or 12. It was right before we moved, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go find a girl. I'm gonna be the man. I'm gonna see if I could do this.
And Tommy goes, "Hey, Stacy."
Hey, girl, how you doing? I was like, hello, Cool J, licking my lips. And so I go. I'm skating around, and I'm like the only dude by myself skating around. I'm like, I'm going to find a girl by herself, be like, may I have this dance type thing? So I see this girl, because there's the wall that's along the thing, and you can just kind of sit along the wall.
Oh, you
They're
found
just waiting.
a girl sitting there.
Yeah, she was sitting there. She's looking, and I passed her a couple times and was like, hey, girl. Like that. We're going around, and finally I'm like, you know what would be cool? This is how dumb I was. You know what would be cool? Is if I start skating really, really fast. And then I slam into the wall, and I flip over, and I land, and I go, hey, girl. Like that. I'm like, I'm going to do it. So I'm going around, and I get to this wall right before I'm about ready to hit the wall. Roller skates brakes on the front.
Yeah.
Roller blades, it's in the back, like on one of them. For some reason, I don't know what I was doing. I went and I hit the front. I fell forward. I smacked my face right on the wall. I'm talking, I hit it hard. Dude, I start bawling like that.
Because Field of Dreams was on.
Exactly.
It was on.
I come up, dude. I had the worst black eye that immediately happened. The girl's face when I came up, because I had those little referee guys
And he
come
says,
out.
"Hey, girl."
I'm all, hey, yeah. I'm all, hey, girl. No, those little referee guys came up to me, and they're like helping me off the rink. And the girls are like, oh my gosh, like that. And then they saw my eye and they're like, oh my gosh. So I'm in the back in the office. I'm just crying. I have like ice pack on my face. They come up to me. They're all, are you okay? I'm all, I'm fine. Yeah. I stopped roller skating after that.
That's all right. Tommy showed up on Monday and said, I won red light, green light.
I went, yeah, that's when you stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did win that one time. I shouldn't have won. They didn't see me. I kept going a little bit. Because I was the guy that when it said
He was
red
going
light.
so fast in the green light, he just smacked into the wall. He got like the black eye.
Well, I would be the guy that would just always fall. And I'm like, what's my prize? What I win? He's like, hey man, you can choose a song. Or what size? I'm all hanging tough by New Kids on the Block. Hey girl. Yeah, dude. I love embarrassing myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done a lot of worse things than that, like in high school, but I think it keeps you healthy a little bit.
Yeah.
When you can make fun of yourself, you know. I do stupid things all the time.
So what would your best memory be with you and your dad?
Oh boy, you're gonna kill me, dude. I'm gonna start crying.
That's right. Let's put on Field of Dreams.
Now you want me to cry? Man, going to concerts with my dad. Because literally the whole time, like we'd be talking about, like we went and saw Styx, Rush, Skinner. We saw, was it Thin Lizzy, Deep Purple? We saw all these bands together, and because it was a common interest, you know, we could just be like, oh man, that drummer, you know, we just talk about this. It was mainly any event with my dad. So I remember going to the movie theater in Grass Valley and seeing Forrest Gump with him. I think we went and saw The Mask as well in theater.
The Mask, bringing it around.
Yeah, see that? But basically, it was always events and outings. Like, I like to take Evelyn on daddy-daughter date nights. It's like he did, you know, he would take me out and be like, hey, son, we're going to go do this. We're going to go do that. It was always the events. It was not so much the gifts. I mean, there might be some gifts involved, like taking me to like a movie is a gift in itself. But I was always doing something. It wasn't like a material thing.
Yeah.
So I did pretty good. I didn't cry on that. I'm a new man.
You are a new man.
I see that mustache over there. I'm like, I need to step up my game.
Yeah.
Probably the thing I remember the most was so you'll find out next week, but my dad, he's had some issues with his eyes, so his eyesight's going. But before it happened, I mean, we kind of did like this string of going to NASCAR races. And
NASCAR.
yeah, because I mean that's something that we're both big into. So probably either like Sonoma, we went there a few times, and then the one that I really remember is we went to Vegas and watched the race there.
And
that was,
I think you mentioned that in the last one.
Yeah.
The Vegas Speedway there.
yeah, and that's probably one that I remember like more like as like a cool thing to do with my dad, because it was me and my dad that went. And that was,
just you two?
Yeah, it was
There
just
you go.
us. So like the other ones, I think my brother went one time, and my cousins came to Sonoma and stuff like that. But
That
Vegas,
one-on-one's important.
yeah, Vegas was the one where it was just me and him.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
D-Lew.
Let's see. No, I don't know. Probably with you guys. Probably just doing things with my dad. Like I said, we're pretty close. He was like hard on me, just, you know, obviously because he wanted me to become the man I am today. But I think minus the coaching in sports and hanging out, just going to Giants games with him and just having that connection. And then probably most memorable is probably, you know, recent. We went out and hung out, and he just said, no, how proud he was of me. And, you know, getting into the, not the spoil it, but like fire service and, you know, everything I kind of went through. I've had some, you know, struggles in my childhood. So I think just one of those things, and being the father I am today, he's like proud of me overall. So something like that's kind of cool, because he's obviously someone I looked up to. He was like one of my really good friends. Obviously, you know, they say parents aren't supposed to be your friends, but, you know, he was, and big mentor. So I think just having that acceptance of him being kind of that nature was a pretty cool moment. So
Yeah, I think both my parents, but I think they did a good job of that teach you when you're young type of thing, But then there's a point in your life where you get to where it's like, okay, you know what you're supposed to do now.
Yeah.
So now it's more of like I don't know, doing stuff together instead of like learning, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like you're still always learning, but it's more like less teaching, more just, hanging out type of thing.
It's kind of like, me growing up, my family, my parents had a way of doing things. My wife's family had a way of doing things. So essentially, when my wife and I got married, we had our own little family. We bring those two things together. We start our own little traditions. And we start saying, okay, well, we're not going to do this, but we're not going to do that. So we kind of make it our own. We learn from each other, from what she learned from her family, what I learned from my family. We bring them together, which I think is kind of cool. Sometimes it can be hard because, like, I know, like, sometimes, that some traditions will clash,
Yeah.
And some people just be like, well, this is the way we always did it. I'm like, well, that's not the way I did it. So we're like, well, how about we compromise?
Yeah.
Then the one thing I forgot to say is when I called my dad and said that we're going to have my daughter, I told him, I go, hey, Dad, because I remember I was walking out of Kaiser by myself, and I go, Dad, I'm just going to be honest with you, Mom, I'm scared. He goes, why? I'm all, I don't know how to be a dad. He's all, neither did I. And I'm all, yeah, he's all, I'm still learning. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm all, you're always going to learn. I'm like, and after he passed away, I'm like, yeah, still got a lot to learn. I mean, she's only 12.
Yeah.
And the way I look at it is, I'm like, man, 6 years, she's going to be out on her own. Well, I probably won't let that happen. I'm all, because it's so funny because I remember, like, when I was, like, a kid, I'm like, man, I can't wait to move out on my own. I can't wait. And all of a sudden I'm out on my own. I'm all, man, this sucks. I have no money.
You're 18, like, I'm going to take on the world. You're like, yeah, just come back home.
And, like with her, like, I know, like, I hear parents say, oh, we'll let her live here forever. And I remember as a kid, I was like, oh, no, there's no way I'd live with you forever. But now that I'm a parent, I'm like, I can't imagine, because I'm so used to that life now.
Yeah.
Like, man, I really want her to be here forever, because it's like, even when she stays in her friend's house, I come home, it's like too quiet. I'm like, nope, I need some noise, But, I mean, we all have girls and got our work cut out for us.
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
Yeah. Mine's only 3.5, but already 12. So the attitude is coming.
Yeah. Well, just look right there behind me. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
She's
already got the sass.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you gotta let her know who's in charge still.
Do you ever well, you probably have this more. Oh, I don't know. You might. Like, she'll come to me and say something like some slang lingo. I'm like, and I thought it was cool. Like, back when I was cool, the word was fresh or radical. I still use rad.
Rad. I say rad a lot.
I still
too.
use rad. But she comes up, she goes, oh my gosh, so this person, their ship name is this. I'm all, whoa, what?
What's a ship
What's
name?
a ship name?
What is a ship name?
Brangelina.
Oh.
And so I'm like, okay. And so she's like, oh my gosh. Or she's like, OMG. And she'll just walk away. I'm like, what the heck? I'm all, what's going on? We're like talking like in like emojis now. And, it's different. But then I got to remember back when I was a kid, my parents probably thought that when I said, oh man, Mom, did you see that new Ninja Turtle? Oh, it's fresh.
I say fire a lot just to mess with people.
Oh, I heard the fire. I've heard fire.
People say that, so sometimes it's without work. I'll mess with the other guys, and I say, that meal was fire. And then they go, what does that even mean? I said, I don't know, but the kids say it.
Speaking of fire,
it was good.
Yeah.
Wilson had the Reaper burrito from Taco Bell today.
Yeah, it wasn't that hot.
Wasn't that hot?
Nah.
Such a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He spits hot fire. Yeah. That's why.
Oh, like a rapper.
Like Dave Chappelle.
Like gangster rap.
Dylon. Spit hot fire.
No, it's funny because my youth pastor, he does this thing where he goes, skirt, skirt. I'm like, what?
What does that mean?
I don't know. And then they do these things where they just, if they agree with something, they clip their fingers. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on right now.
Are we at a poetry reading?
I'm like,
slam poetry. Speaking
of 21 Jump Street,
yeah.
22 Jump Street.
Yeah,
that was on last night. I watched it.
Andy Serkis. Yeah, I love that movie. But yeah.
I mean, this was kind of an episode. I mean, Handy wasn't here, so we had something else planned, and Handy had some other community service plans at the end. So we decided to do this because we are going to have my dad on next week, and
Papa.
yeah, he's a very interesting guy.
Such a
like I
man.
said, he's got a lot of experience in life, and he's still going through some stuff right now. So he'll have a lot to talk about. So if you guys have any questions about any of the jobs that he's had, go ahead and leave them on Facebook or anything like that. Give us a call, 916-259-3030, or send us an email.
Wow, you didn't have to look at the board.
I did not.
Oh,
It's written down. Don't worry.
He has the business
Yeah.
card in front of him. I have to look up at the board each time. Good job.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fun. He's got some good stories too, and I think in a lot of the line of work that he's had, you gotta. I mean, you know this because you worked in the jail. You got to have kind of a sense of humor about things, and
Yes.
so he's got some good stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's one of the guests that we've talked about that I'm very excited to talk to.
Yeah,
Because-
because you don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Well, there's a couple jobs that he's had that I'm very interested in as far as like the job goes and what it takes to do that job. But also one that he's done and I think currently doing that I'm interested in actually doing.
He's doing it in a different capacity now.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, he'd be someone good that I could talk to because it's not a very well known,
It isn't.
sought after profession.
And I think we'll save that for next week
Right.
because it'd be good to just get his off the cuff
Yeah.
answer about that one.
Back when he was a paratrooper.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, he's one of the many guests that we've talked about having that I'm pretty pumped to have on.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that he's a dad, and he's, an elder dad. He's not like a peer.
Yeah.
So he's lived life. So there's a lot of knowledge with him.
Yep.
So thought this would be a good lead up podcast to that.
He's got some good stories about different things that happen, like with my incident that happened. He's got some stuff like that
Yeah, I was
too.
curious on his take on that. That's it's gonna be a good one,
Yeah.
especially coming from a father.
Yeah.
Because I know, like I hear of people all the time say stuff like, I don't want my kid ever becoming a cop because I don't want them to deal with what I dealt with. But then there's other families that are like, yeah, go for it. It'd be interesting. Like, how do you approach that? So
Yeah.
good. So,
I think. Do you have anything else?
I think I'm good. It is boiling hot in this room right
It
now.
is. I'm sweating.
We're in the middle of a heat wave. It's basically this cave turned into a sauna.
Mm-hmm.
David's in his chonies right now. Well, his boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs.
He's
with the ice packs.
yes. Well played. Give me knuckles.
Yeah.
Dude. Give me knuckles. So, do you want to call us out, or you want me to do it?
Yeah, you can do it.
So, thanks for listening, everyone. We had very little time to come up with, the topics and everything today. But we miss Handy when he's not here.
Yeah.
But David, you did awesome.
You're a good.
You're
fella.
good.
Probably not that well, but
Trust me, you did good.
You did great.
Amazing. You're soft spoken.
I think I have a new career.
Yeah. Do you want to take Andy's spot?
No, he'd probably be disappointed if I took his spot.
Yeah, we'll edit that part out.
All I know is whatever sits in that chair is good looking.
I know.
Right? It's like that is the good looking chair. I'm gonna switch chairs. Maybe I'll lose a few lbs, grow some hair, grow a nice mustache.
I can just take mine off and tape it on you if you want.
So yeah, but thanks for listening, everyone. And I think we also released the YouTube.
We
page.
did.
So you would just YouTube. YouTube's different than like Facebook because YouTube, I think you just would search American Noise Podcast and it pops up. But it's not. You have to get like 100 views
Something
or
like
100
that.
subscribers till you actually have like it's like your own channel or something
Yeah.
like that. So all these episodes, the past, so episode 7, 8, and then now this is
Yeah.
9, will all be up there on video, so you can actually watch the show in video form.
Those are basically unedited too.
They're unedited, audible. So like the audio is not edited,
Yeah.
but it is coming through our microphone, so it's clear. But you're not gonna get any of like the microphone hits taken out. Some of the gaps where we cut out pauses for time, because these shows are edited.
Yeah.
We don't go flawless. And so some of those are edited out.
I don't know. It's kind of like a cool little behind the scenes look almost.
It is, because there's a lot of things you don't see.
And eventually we're going to have something even better because we want to do a live episode at some point.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
These caves, man.
I know.
These iron walls around us, which if you watch the video, you know that's a lie, because these aren't iron walls. Well, what it is, it's a studio built within a cave. So we got to make it look aesthetically good in here. And then so the episode 7's on there right now.
And then 8 and 9 should be coming up soon.
8 and 9 should be coming up sometime within the week. It takes me a little bit longer because I'm the one that has to edit those. I'm still learning. Everything that we do in this room is literally us learning as we go.
Yep.
Wilson is the captain and the producer. He's the guy that, does the editing on the audio and everything. So, hats off to him. He stays behind after we all go home and does all that stuff. But give us a couple like shout outs and, subscribe to us on YouTube. Check it out.
And it will be linked on Facebook, everything too. So if you can't find it on YouTube, look at the Facebook page. It'll be on there.
And once the episode's ready and rendered and submitted, we'll throw it right there on Facebook, like you said, and then you just click it. But for now, if you want to be part of the conversation, call us at 916-259-3030. Talk to us about, me crying.
You crying some more?
No, I'm not crying anymore.
Okay.
I teared up though.
You
did see it. I
saw
did. You saw it? I teared up.
Yeah.
I did good though. Nothing dropped. We're good.
I do have Field of Dreams playing on the computer.
It's fine. It's fine, because anybody that's watching the video will know that you're lying as well. That's a sin. The only tear that dropped was my tattoo. My tattoo teardrop. But no, you can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and wherever basically you want to listen. You can email us at americanoisepodcast@gmail.com. Just come say hi. We love to hear from you. And believe that's all we got for today.
All right. Have a good week.
Oh.
Again?
Yeah. See, you keep forgetting. I don't know what it is.
And you're supposed to be the captain.
Yeah. We got to switch seats. We'd also like to thank MSR Arms for supporting.
Yes.
We didn't forget. Psh.
No.
Psh.
We just wanted to make a big deal out of it so you guys for sure hear it.
We
want to hype it up.
We wanted people to walk away like, oh, they're done. Oh, wait, no, they're not done. And they're talking about MSR Arms again. You know what? Maybe I should look at that website.
Check out the website. It's really cool, and he's got blog posts on there. He does a blog every once in a while.
I still haven't gone through everything.
There's a good one on there about the gun safety with kids. He just recently posted about that on Instagram as well.
It's a good one.
But yeah, he's a great guy, and we want to give him as much business as he can. So,
with that being said, thank you very much. Get those questions in for our next guest. And once again, if you call the phone number, 916-259-3030, your voicemail will probably be played on the air unless you specify not to. Then we'll just ask it. So, but get those questions in. So that's it. Thank you.
Have a good week. Oh, thank you, David Lewis, for coming on the
D-Lew.
show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're the man.
bye.
You're the man.
I am.